round to tell the old Bill Frankie.
Just think of Whitby, Gerard. After the gig, all this will seem like a bad dream.
Where do we stay until then?
Bearing in mind we're skint, I owe my soul to the company store.
The fans of the Frankie Rio trio, Danny. Some are for one night, others are forever. Nor me. It's coming from back there. Tell us your name.
Oh, Rachel.
I'm Frankie Rio, and these are my colleagues, Danny and Gerard. We're musicians. What happened?
Well, I was hitching from London, but the lorry had to turn off.
Where are you headed?
A village further north. Aidensfield?
We were fated to meet.
One for you.
Vernon!
Frankie!
I put a spell on you. You're playing my song.
You've made my Christmas. Oh, this is David. Frankie, he'll be looking after you while you're staying here. Great to see you again, lads.
It's a long story, Vernon, but the trio temporarily is a quartet.
That's wind. You can't hang on to that baby, you know, Frankie.
Rachel will find us. She knows we're staying in Aidensfield. We can't go to the police. They're bound to be looking for us.
Why didn't you let me know? One phone call, I could have sorted that bill.
We had to leave pronto, Vernon. You don't mess around with that Mr. Royston Grenfell.
Royston Grenfell?
He's the owner of the Buckley House Hotel. He'd have had us nicked.
So what will you do?
Well, we can't risk police involvement. Not until we've played the gig in Whitby. Just give us 24 hours.
So important about the Whitby gig?
A record company's sending their top man to hear us play. It's a chance. It may be our last chance to record our music again. What are you doing?
Just leave it to me. You artists. You haven't got a clue about business, have you?
Maybe we could ask around.
Don't mention our name, Vernon. A bit of hush until we're in the clear.
My lips are sealed. Brandy for me and my two friends, please, Gina.
Oh, well, can I have one as well, please?
Not brandy, David. Shandy for David. You're driving. Better make it half a shandy.
Who are your friends, then? Oh, that's Mr. Frankie Rio and his drummer.
Oh, well done, David.
Oh, gosh, I wasn't meant to tell you that. Why not the Frankie Rio?
Do you know his music, then?
Oh, yeah. His records are never back in their sleeves in my house, Vernon.
Yeah, well, not a word, Oscar. He wants to mingle incognito.
Well, he said he didn't want people to know who he was. Hey, Gina. Don't say anything, but guess who we've got in our pub?
Who? Rosie's told us what happened.
Thank you. Very generous.
Well, we place a high value on real talent here, Mr. Rio.
Who told them I was here?
Ask David.
Hello, Mr. Rio. I'm Gina.
Hello.
Hey, are you doing a gig round here?
In Whitby, Gina. Tomorrow night. Tell all your friends.
Oh, I'd love to go, but it's the village concert tomorrow night. Wouldn't mind doing us a favour, would you? On behalf of all your fans here.
I think I know what you want, Gina.
The piano's through there.
Now there is a house in New Orleans rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know, 'cause I'm one. The rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy.
Walker, you are listening to history. Frankie Rio playing an art bar.
Frankie Rio.
Yeah. A musician already famous before you were born.
Mr. Rio? Frankie Rio?
The same. What can I do for you, officer?
Well, you can start by handing over a baby that doesn't belong to you.
Francis. Baby in perfect working order.
Thank you.
You've done a fine job of looking after him, Mr. Rio.
A pleasure. All's well that ends well, eh, Mr. Walker?
You've still to explain why you didn't report finding the baby, Mr. Rio.
I assumed Rachel would find us, and so she did.
Misunderstanding between Mr. Rio and Mr. Grenfell, the owner of the hotel in question, had been settled.
What are you on about, Vernon?
Well, I spoke to the owner myself. We've agreed terms. Mr. Grenfell does not intend to press charges.
Well, he hasn't contacted us.
He will.
I hope you're right, Vernon. Otherwise, the Frankie Rio trio was spending Christmas in the Nick.
Time to get out of here, gentlemen.
What about Rachel?
She lives here. Come on!
Guy, Frankie.
Oh, we'll give ourselves plenty of time, Vernon.
Well, if you must, you must.
You might just have saved the Frankie Rio trio, Vernon.
My pleasure, Frankie. You just knocked that record company big shot for 6 in Whitby. Drive carefully, lads, and a happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas! Happy Christmas!
Yes, I understand there's no...
What I get for another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company's store.
Where do we drop you, love?
Well, my parents' house, if possible. But could I ring them first? Just to check I'm welcome.
Rachel has a baby.
No way.
We did take a wrong turning.
How do you know?
We're completely lost.
I'm sorry, Mr. Rio.
The mother and child, yes.
You frightened the life out of me.
Well, we lost Whitby, but we live to fight another day.
You may have lost the gig in Whitby, but you haven't lost your big shot. I had him fetched here. I may just have saved your career.
And they met next day as he dismissed his squad.
The place...
Everyone is going through changes, and no one knows what's going on. And everybody changes places,
but the world still carries on. Love must always change to sorrow, and everyone must play the game. It's here today and gone tomorrow, but the world goes on the same.
Rachel.
What a privilege you carry. Everything you got in prayer. And oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear.